2 Timothy 2:2 says,
The things you have heard me say,
in the presence of many witnesses,
trust to reliable people
who will also be qualified to teach others.
The last thing you want when you get out of seminary finally after so many years of preparation and training and hard work is to be burdened with this, or to be saddled with this burden of financial debt as you are embarking on ministry work. And in fact, it can really mess up your motivation too if you are kind of always thinking about paying off this debt while you have these opportunities in ministry. So I think any way that we can alleviate the financial burden of our students is a really great thing.
I am Manikanta Sai Ankem. Biggest challenge was the finances. The biggest fear was the finances for me. Also, the second fear that I had was how to handle people, handle the board members, interact with them, and setting up good programs and aligning with them. I had been mentored by one of my professors from India. So his name is Dr. Sigarles. He was a great professor and great mentor. But after coming to USA, so I couldn't find any mentor here. We see people who have more experience helping the less experienced people in order to achieve their goal. The Bible says, be ready to give an answer to the hope that you hold. I think so. We need people, we need mentors to come alongside of the people who wants to do ministry and lead them into the right paths.
unfortunately, I think the number of students who've been intentionally mentored is pretty small. There's a lot of informal mentoring that goes on, and that's very helpful. But I know in my own experience, meeting with someone regularly, in my case it was my boss for several years, and we'd meet and talk through ministry, talk through family, talk through different circumstances that were a challenge for me as a young pastor, and that really helped. And so there are things along the way that you learn from someone who's been in ministry for a while that will impact you for the rest of your life.
Really, ministry is something that you have to learn on the job, and there's certain things that you can learn in the classroom, but ministry has a number of components that can't really be taught in the classroom. You see examples of it, I guess. I think the obvious one would be Paul and Timothy's relationship, where Paul regards himself as Timothy's spiritual father and Timothy is his spiritual son, and they are on the road together on Paul's third missionary journey, so they do ministry together, and Timothy no doubt learns from the master watching Paul in action, and this mentoring partnership that is available, I think, is of course invaluable.
One of the best things about seminary is studying under godly people, so you can not only learn from them and what they know, but how they live and how they worship the Lord and all. And I think that's one of the things that the church does and a mentoring ministry can do in the lives of seminary students, is it takes that knowledge and it puts it into place in a very practical way. There's absolutely a need for this. There's a few reasons I think that are really important. One is that discerning the Lord's will, it's always going to have some financial component, right? You got to be responsible to take care of your family and make sure that their needs are met. But I think about small churches that could use a pastor, but they can't afford one that has a significant amount of debt. And this will free them up to be able to serve wherever God calls them.
I feel the Lord's calling me to be a witness to the ongoing truth and reliability of His Word. I came about 4 years ago, and in order to fund doing my first Masters, we sold our house in the UK. So that was great for sustaining us for pretty much my first Masters degree. We then finished using up the sale of our house. On campus here I'm able to do a little bit of Hebrew tutoring, which I love doing, and I also teach in Sunday school at church and pastor a small home group. So pastoring, teaching, but really trying to defend God's Word at the highest possible level that I'm able to attain.
With the reality of financial needs, there's no way that can't impact their ministry, or at times it'll impact their family life. And so I know pastors who are working other jobs, some of them who are driving for Uber, and some of them use that for ministry, which is wonderful, but you're still away from your family for several more hours. And so the opportunity to help come alongside these students address their financial needs, to really free them up to learn ministry, do ministry, and still be faithful with their family is really important.
Our vision is to partner with a student and encourage them spiritually through growing in their walk with the Lord, personally by mentoring them through a difficult season of life that is rewarding but challenging, and then financially. We want to see a relationship grow between our organization that the Lord's started and this student. So the financial opportunity that we have to partner with the student, we want to make it in a significant enough way that we are showing that we're investing in that student. When I think about the potential for this ministry, it gets me excited because there's so many young pastors, young missionaries that struggle when they come out of school. We have an opportunity to invest in future leaders that they could be pastors, they can be missionaries, they could be women's ministry directors. There's a wide range of students that we can invest in. If there's any way that we can encourage those students and help them be better equipped for ministry, I think it's great and I'm excited about it.